Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial on creating Tetris from within Minecraft in the series. So in this tutorial what we want to do is we want to go over the algorithm for basically the way to ask the question, is it okay if we move a particular block, or rather rotate a particular block, either left or right. So let's say this is our current block right here. And let's see, how can we crop this? Crop. So this is our current block, and basically we want to see if it's okay if we rotate left. Is it okay if we rotate left? All right. Or is it okay if we rotate right? All right. We want to keep consistent with all of the way that we're calling that getLocations function. We want to keep consistent with like our point of reference, which is this little square down here at the bottom. Okay, so in terms of the algorithm, as you can imagine, you do have to use the getLocations function to get the locations based on the current block type and the current block's orientation. But the one other thing that you're going to have to do is write a little helper function. It doesn't have to be a helper function, but I preferred it to be a helper function because there's one other place you need to use this. And you need to be able to call a function with a current orientation and a direction and get a new orientation. So we need to call a function with a current location, a current orientation of, let's say, upright, with this upright j, and a direction, let's say left. And then what it should return is, based on those enums, it should return whichever enum represents the left side down. So if we're upright and we want to rotate left, that function, when it's called with left and upright, needs to return left side down. Or if we call the function with right side down and right, it needs to return upside down. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But if you don't, that's all right. Let's take a look at the actual output. All right, so basically, well, let me first show you the code as I'm calling the code, the function. Okay, so here's the rotationIsClear after I'm defining the enums that we were talking about. The rotationIsClear function is being called with the cursor drone, which, you know, has the location of our block, and we're also calling it with the direction of left, right? So I just told you that the direction that we're trying to rotate is important, as well as the block type and block orientation. So it's a J upright block. All right, so that means we're using this block and we're trying to rotate left. So which one of these is the target rotation that we're scanning? Not this one. It's left. So, oh, yeah, it's this one right here. Okay, so we're trying to rotate this left. We're going to end up with this one. So these are the blocks that we need to scan to see if they're clear for a rotation. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over, and I'll show you the output. Okay. Okay, so here's my mod right here. Let's run it on this block. Okay, and what should be scanned is, I think I have the getLocations returning this location first, like the hook of the J. So it should scan sand, air, sand, sand when I run it here. Sand, air, sand, sand. Cool. So you can see I have set up like basically these two 4x4 reference boxes. So this one should actually scan all air. Okay, I've set this up to be kind of obvious, so it should scan all air. Yep, all air. Is rotation clear? Yes, it is, because it's all air. Okay, we could try it right here. So diamond, sand, air, sand.
So that means diamond, sand, air, sand. Cool, that works correctly. Let's try it right here. Looks, and try to predict it this time. So it should scan diamond, air, air, sand. Let's replace that diamond. Diamond, air, air, sand. Cool. Awesome. So it looks like it's working correctly. All right, guys. So you know overall what you need to do, and I'll challenge you guys to try and code that yourself. The main thing that you need to code, it's pretty much all the same as the move is clear, but the only thing that you need to code is that extra little helper function that returns the new orientation based on the current orientation and the direction that you want to rotate it. And other than that, it should be the same, pretty much the same algorithm as the move is clear. You're getting the locations with a particular orientation, like a new orientation, and then you're checking to see if you're basically just evaluating the material at those locations. Alright guys, so in the next tutorial we'll actually go over the code that I have written for this.